I was standing outside our bedroom door, divorce papers in my hand, when I heard my wife say something that stopped me cold. If he leaves me, it'll break me, but I deserve it. For a moment I forgot how to breathe. I hadn't meant to overhear anything. I was just walking down the hall rehearsing what I would say when I finally handed her the papers, the words that had kept me awake for weeks. I can't do this anymore, Anna. I'm done. But then I heard the soft murmur of her voice, the tremble she thought no one could hear, and everything inside me cracked. The betrayal. Let me back up. 3 months earlier, something in our marriage had snapped. It wasn't dramatic. No screaming, no slamming doors, just little fractures spreading under the surface. The late nights she didn't explain. The sudden passcode change on her phone. The way she started tucking her phone under her pillow like a teenager hiding messages. I wasn't paranoid by nature, but I wasn't stupid either. One night I reached for her phone while she slept. My hand shook. Not because I was scared of what I'd find, but because I already knew. And I was right. There were messages from someone saved as Lila. Work. Except Lila wasn't a coworker. Lila was a spa she used to go to years ago. My wife had simply recycled the name. And the messages, they weren't explicit, but they were emotional. Emotional in a way she hadn't been with me for a long time. I feel invisible at home. He doesn't look at me the way he used to. I just want someone who notices me. And the replies from a man named Ryan didn't help. You deserve to be seen. I'd notice everything. I remember sitting on the edge of the bed. The room blurry, her steady breathing slicing through me. It felt like betrayal wrapped in softness. Nothing you could scream about, but everything that made you bleed. I confronted her the next morning. She didn't deny it, but she didn't apologize either. It wasn't an affair, she insisted, tears in her eyes. I was just lonely. Lonely. The word echoed in me like an accusation I didn't know how to answer. After that, I withdrew quietly, silently, completely. She tried to explain, tried to reach me, but I was already gone internally. I started sleeping on the couch. We barely spoke. For weeks, I walked around with a hollowed-out chest, waiting for something to push me over the edge. The divorce papers were my push. The night everything changed. Her friends had come over for a small get-together, 3 women she'd known since college. I wasn't planning to stay. I just wanted to hand her the papers when they left. But as I walked past the bedroom door slightly ajar, I heard my name. Ryan messaged me again, my wife said. My stomach twisted. What did you say? One of her friends asked, cautious. I blocked him. Silence. You finally did it? Another friend asked softly. I should have done it the night Mark confronted me, she whispered. I was stupid. I didn't realize how much I was hurting him. Her voice cracked, not dramatic, but in that real way someone sounds when they've been holding something heavy for too long. And Mark? A friend asked. Have you told him you blocked Ryan? No, she said. He probably wouldn't believe me. I broke something in him. I see it every time he looks at me, or doesn't. My throat tightened. Then came the sentence, the one that pierced straight through the bitterness I'd been carrying. If he leaves me, it'll break me, but I deserve it. Her friends didn't jump in. They just let her speak. I've been trying, she whispered. I make his coffee the way he likes it. I leave notes on the counter. I try to sit with him, talk to him, but he's so far away. I don't know how to reach him anymore. Why didn't you tell us sooner? One friend asked gently. Because I was ashamed, she said. Because I didn't cheat, but I acted like someone who could. And because I love him more than I know how to say. My knees felt weak. I leaned against the wall like I needed it to hold me up. This wasn't the voice of someone defending herself. This was someone confessing, bleeding honesty in front of the only people who wouldn't judge her. I felt something shift inside me. Anger melting into something much more painful, grief. Grief for what we were. Grief for what we still might be. The confrontation. That night, after her friends left, she came into the living room and sat on the opposite end of the couch, hands trembling. Mark, can we talk? I didn't answer. I just handed her the folder. She opened it, saw the divorce papers, and closed her eyes. A tear slid down her cheek. I don't blame you, she whispered. But then she gently pushed the folder back toward me. I'll sign these if you want. But before you decide, just ask me anything. Anything you want. I won't lie to you again. So I asked. Everything. Why she talked to him. What she felt. What she didn't feel. What she missed from me. What she needed. She answered every question, even the ones that hurt her to say out loud. And somewhere between the 10th and 20th question, my anger began dissolving, not because her explanations fixed anything, but because she wasn't hiding anymore. I realized then that betrayal isn't just about what someone does. It's about the lies, the silence, the pretending. And she wasn't pretending anymore. The decision. We talked until nearly 4 a.m. By the time we finished, the divorce papers were still on the table, but untouched. I love you, she said quietly, eyes red but steady. I know I failed you, but I want to rebuild. Even if it takes years. Maybe I should have been stronger. Maybe I should have walked away like I'd planned. But the truth? I still loved her too. I wasn't ready to give up on us. Not when she was finally fighting with me instead of against me. I picked up the folder, walked to the kitchen drawer, and slid it inside. We start over, I said. But slowly. Her breath shuddered, a mix of relief and pain. I'll go as slow as you need, she whispered. The ending. It's been 6 months since that night. We're not perfect. We still argue. We still stumble. But we talk now, really talk. Sometimes I think about the version of me that stood outside that bedroom door. Divorce papers in hand, heart full of anger. I don't know if I saved our marriage that night. Or if she did. But I do know one thing. Sometimes the truth you overhear hurts less than the truth you've been telling yourself. And sometimes love survives quietly. In the moments you least expect. On the nights you think everything is over. In the words not meant for your ears, but meant for your heart.